Let's talk about a huge American mystery, one that's literally hiding in plain sight. It's a wild story about weather, history, and a big dream that got written across a massive part of the country. Okay, so check this out. You're looking at a population map of the United States, and you see that, right? That sharp line right down the middle? It's like someone built an invisible wall, and the population just stops. So the big question is, why? Why does the very center of America look so empty? All right, so what exactly is this giant empty-looking space? Well, it's not just some random blank spot on the map. It has a name. We're talking about the Great Plains. And listen, this isn't just some small patch of land. We are talking about over 500,000 square miles. That's almost a fifth of the entire United States, stretched across 10 different states. It is a massive region right in the heart of the country. So what gives? Well, our first big clue to this whole emptiness mystery, it isn't on the ground, it's actually written up in the sky. And it all comes down to one thing: water. Or, the serious lack of it. The main culprit here is a really powerful weather event called the Rocky Mountain Rain Shadow. So here's how it works. You get all this moist air rolling in from the Pacific Ocean, but then, bam, it hits the gigantic Rocky Mountains. All that rain just gets dumped on the western side, and by the time that air finally makes it over to the Great Plains, it's been completely wrung dry. And it really all comes down to this one number right here, 20 inches. That is the magic number for rain every year. It's the absolute tipping point. If you get more than 20 inches, you can grow crops like corn and wheat, no problem. But any less, and you're pretty much out of luck. And you can just see the insane difference that line makes. To the east, you've got humid air, plenty of rain, and this lush green world that's perfect for farming. But to the west, in that rain shadow, you've got dry air, not enough rain, and this sparse kind of yellow landscape. It's way, way better for cattle ranching, which, by the way, supports a lot fewer people. But geography, that's only half the story. The next piece of the puzzle is all about human ambition going head-to-head with a super harsh reality. It's the story of a dream that kind of turned into a nightmare. So it all kicked off in 1862. The government passed the Homestead Act, promising 160 acres of free land to anyone who would farm it. And of course, hundreds of thousands of families rushed out there. They plowed up nearly 90 million acres of natural grassland. But there was one huge, huge problem. They brought farming techniques that worked in the wet, humid East, and they just did not work on this dry land. The result? The 1930s Dust Bowl, a total environmental disaster that lasted a decade. And you want to know the craziest part? People totally saw this coming. This explorer, John Wesley Powell, he warned the government way back in the 1870s that this whole 160-acre idea was going to fail. He knew it just wasn't enough land to support a family in a climate that dry. And you know what? He was absolutely right. So you take this 1-2 punch of tough geography and this flawed historical dream, and what do you get? You get this dramatic shift in who actually lives on the plains today. It's a process some people call the Great Hollowing Out. I mean, the story of the last 100 years or so is really a tale of two different plains. Ever since the Dust Bowl, the rural population has been in a total freefall. But at the exact same time, look at this. The urban population has absolutely skyrocketed. So here's the key thing to understand. People didn't actually leave the Great Plains region altogether. They just left the farms. They left the small towns. We're talking about thousands of towns that have literally just vanished off the map. Many rural counties have lost over 60% of their people, and they all moved into the bigger cities. It's a classic case of rural to urban migration. But just when you think you have it all figured out, this is where our mystery takes a completely wild turn. Because if you look at that big, dark, empty spot on a satellite map at night, turns out it's hiding a massive secret. A user on Reddit, Tamlover, pointed out something pretty incredible. They were looking at a night map, and that strange cluster of lights way out in western North Dakota, where there are no big cities, yeah, that's not a city at all. Those are the lights from thousands of individual oil and shale wells. It's a process called gas flaring, where they just burn off the extra natural gas, and it creates these flames that burn 24/7. From space, it looks like a sprawling man-made city of fire right in the middle of the empty prairie. It's a huge industrial boom, just lighting up the darkness. So after all that, the rain shadow, the broken promises, the great hollowing out, maybe we've been asking the wrong question this whole time. Maybe the real question isn't why the Great Plains is so empty, it's why we ever expected it to be full in the first place.